I've heard quite a bit about you, Kamina Drummer. It's hard to tell if it's all true, though.
Truth is truth. How you deal with it is up to you, Boss Man.
Hello everyone, and I'm Autobot Sonic the Telltale Gamer, bringing latest and everything Telltale games, Transformers, and more, and that is extremely important with emphasis on the Telltale this time. As you can see for the past 2 weeks, I've kind of been more so on the Transformers side of things, but now we are firmly back into Telltale news. So this is something that I was totally not expecting to hear. So last night was the 2021 VGAs, and of course everyone was expecting Telltale to be there, most likely to show off news about The Wolf Among Us 2, which we last saw announced at 2 years ago at the 2019 VGA. So everyone was thinking, oh well, it's been 2 years now since The Wolf Among Us 2 has been announced. When are we going to get more news on it? Is it going to come out this year? Because even I put in my little everything you need to know about video for The Wolf Among Us 2 I made 2 years ago. I said, oh, The Wolf Among Us 2 is probably going to come out in 2021, but yeah, unfortunately, that was not the case, so it looks like we'll have to wait just a little bit longer for that. But we've gotten another big announcement from Telltale Games in the form of another new IP that they are working with. So this was actually teased 2 years ago back at the 2019 VGAs, where in a review with, I believe it was Polygon or PC Gamer, the new Telltale stated that they were basically they were asked, oh, what game are you going to work on after The Wolf Among Us 2? And they said, oh, most likely we're going to be working on a new IP, one that the old Telltale never even worked with. And here we go, we finally have that answer as to what Telltale is working on after The Wolf Among Us 2. But this seems to be really far in development as opposed to The Wolf Among Us 2, so it may actually be released either before or even alongside The Wolf Among Us 2. My guess, though, personally, is I think it'll be released either alongside The Wolf Among Us 2 or a bit after it. But what is this game I'm talking about? Well, it's that Telltale will be working with the Alcon Production Studios to produce a Telltale series based off the Amazon Prime original series, The Expanse. Now, as someone who my experience with this show is not, I didn't even know this show existed prior to seeing this trailer, but honestly, that's how I was with a lot of other Telltale stuff. With The Walking Dead and Game of Thrones, I never watched those shows before actually playing the Telltale games. I played through the first season of The Walking Dead Telltale series, then I got into The Walking Dead TV show, then the comics after that. And with Game of Thrones, I binged the first 4 seasons of Game of Thrones before playing the Telltale game of that. And now, yeah, I'm really excited to get into this and see what exactly Telltale has planned for The Expanse, the Telltale series. But it's not going to be just Telltale working on The Expanse, the Telltale series. So just like how Ad Hoc Studios will be helping Telltale create The Wolf Among Us Season 2, The Expanse, the Telltale series will be co-produced by Telltale Games and Deck 9 Studios. Yes, that's right. Deck 9, the creators of Life is Strange True Colors and Life is Strange Before the Storm, will be helping Telltale out with the Expanse of Telltale series. So, I don't know what's going on here. Telltale's just loves to do crossovers with other game developers I love, but yeah, it's crazy to think that Deck 9 and Telltale are going to be working together on a Telltale game. That's actually, honestly, I'm super excited for that. And yeah, so we've got a couple of articles here basically giving us more insight as to what we can expect from the Expanse of Telltale series. Now, I'm not going to go ahead and break down the Expanse trailer bit by bit here because, again, I've never seen the Expanse, though I plan to watch it before the game comes out. If you want to see me actually do reactions to the Expanse television series, be sure to comment down below if you want me to do that, because I'm definitely going to be watching the Expanse. I'm just not sure if I'll be recording my reactions to the show because I'm really excited to jump into this series. Along with that, though, just because obviously a lot of people were probably upset that Telltale went ahead and announced this new thing called, like, the Expanse Telltale series instead of just, telling more stuff about The Wolf Among Us 2 like they already had announced it 2 years ago. But Telltale did reveal some stuff about The Wolf Among Us 2 that I'll be talking about at the end of this video. So, but if you want to go ahead and just jump to me talking about The Wolf Among Us 2, go ahead and jump down. I'll have time cards linked in the description below so you can like jump down to that section. But anyway, let's go ahead and dive into the first article here that Telltale posted about the Expanse, the Telltale series. So the first bit of information I want to go over regarding the Expanse Telltale series is this little blog post that Telltale put out on the last night, basically just confirming that Telltale is working with Deck 9 on the Expanse Telltale series, and basically just giving a summary of both the game and the series. So first off, I'm going to go ahead and read that for the most part right now. Telltale, a leading narrative game development studio and publisher, announced today that it's partnered with award-winning development studio Deck 9 and Alcon Interactive Group to create the Expanse, the Telltale series. Based on the popular Amazon Prime sci-fi television series, the story-driven interactive game was revealed with a world premiere trailer tonight during the 2021 VGAs. The Expanse, the Telltale series is the first new IP to be announced by Telltale since the company reformed in 2019. The game is being co-developed by Deck 9, the award-winning studio behind the critically acclaimed Life is Strange: True Colors. Set hundreds of years in the future, the Expanse TV show is based on a series of novels by James S.A. Corey, the pen name of authors Daniel Abraham and Ty Frank, who also serve as writers and producers for the show. Humanity has colonized the solar system, with tensions rising between the three primary factions of power. The series follows a group of protagonists representing the Earthers, Martians, and Belters as they uncover and become involved in a conspiracy that threatens the fragile balance. Kicking off its sixth and final season of Amazon Prime today, The Expanse has received critical praise for its visuals, character development, and political narrative. The Expanse, a Telltale series, is set prior to the events of the TV series. Players take on the role of Kamina Drummer, played by actress Kara G in both the game and TV series, the leader of a ragtag scavenging crew on the hunt for a mysterious treasure on the edges of the belt. As Drummer, players must work with a mix of big personalities, square off against a bloody mutiny, explore locations beyond the belt, and most of all, make tough decisions that will decide the fate of the Artemis spaceship and its crew. So I think that's a great way to go about basically the Expanse Telltale series, because if most of the people who are going to be into this game are like me and have never either watched the Expanse or even knew it existed, I think this is going to help out a lot of people with getting into the series, with having the Expanse Telltale series be a prequel to the show. Now, I'm still torn though on whether or not I should watch the Expanse before playing this game, or just wait ahead and play the game, then react to the show. I think, we know that the main character of this game, Kamina Drummer, she is a major character in the Expanse TV show. I don't think she's the main character of the show, but she's one of the main, one of the secondary characters in the show. So to have her as the main character in the Expanse Telltale series is interesting. I'm interested to see where Telltale goes with this, and Deck 9 as well, but also just kind of makes me curious as to whether or not I should watch The Expanse before or after. I mean, I did with Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones, the Telltale series, was different because that game took place at the very end of Season 3 during the Red Wedding. So if you didn't know your Game of Thrones, if you just jumped into the Game of Thrones Telltale series and didn't know the world of Westeros and all that, that was something that was going to be a problem. Like, the game was made for fans of Game of Thrones. With the Expanse Telltale series, it seems like they're trying to set it up so that even if you've never seen The Expanse, you can still enjoy it. That's very similar to how Telltale actually handled The Wolf Among Us by making it a prequel to the Fables comics. Like, you didn't have to have read the Fables comics to understand The Wolf Among Us, which is also, again, that's another thing. Because I played The Wolf Among Us, I got into the Fables comics, which I'm really, really grateful for. Telltale gave me all these good stuff. They got me into The Walking Dead, they got me into Fables, they got me into Game of Thrones, they got me back into Batman, and to a lesser extent, I was already a fan of Guardians of the Galaxy through the MCU, but now I've picked up a few Guardians of the Galaxy comics and even played the other Guardians of the Galaxy game by Eidos Montreal a few months ago, and I loved that game. So to have Telltale be doing the Expanse Telltale series, make it a prequel to the TV show, I do like that. And just reading the summary here of the Expanse from this blog post and on the official Wikipedia page for The Expanse, it sounds like something that's right up my alley, because I'm a big fan of sci-fi stuff. I mean, you know me, my name is literally Autobot Sonic, so of course I'm a big Transformers fan. Also huge fans of stuff like Star Wars, Dead Space, Final Space especially. My biggest sci-fi things are definitely Transformers, Star Wars, Final Space, a lot of stuff like that. So to have The Expanse basically join that list of sci-fi stuff I'm going to fall in love with, I'm really excited for the Expanse Telltale series. So, yeah, basically that's pretty much everything here about the Expanse Telltale series in this one blog post from Telltale. And then they end it by stating that the Expanse Telltale series is currently in the early stages of production and is expected to be released for PC and leading consoles. So my guess is the Expanse Telltale series will probably be released at the very least for PC, Xbox Series X, and PS5. I'm not sure it'll be released for Xbox One and PS4. Most likely it probably will, but at the very least it will be released for PC, Xbox Series X, and PS5. And I'm really, once again, I'm really excited to see where Telltale goes and Deck 9 goes with the Expanse Telltale series. And even another thing to point out is, I remember hearing this during the 2021 VGAs last night. The trailer for the Expanse Telltale series that you've been seeing on repeat throughout this video so far, that video was actually shot in engine. So that is literally what the art style for the Expanse Telltale series is going to look like. And immediately I'm reminded of the graphics of Guardians of the Galaxy Telltale series and Stranger Things Telltale series. Mostly Stranger Things Telltale series, but honestly, it looks a lot more polished than those games. It kind of has the very clay figure design to characters like Guardians of the Galaxy Telltale series did, but also the environments and such feel a lot more polished than Guardians of the Galaxy. That's like the closest thing in terms to an art style I can state that the Expanse Telltale series has, and I'm so glad that these games will feel like Telltale games. I know I mentioned that during my review of the Wolf Among Us 2 trailer, where the new Telltale stated, oh, they want the Wolf Among Us 2 to look and feel like a Telltale game. And I was a bit worried about that because if they're just going to have it play like a Telltale game and not innovate at all, it's a problem. But if it looks like a Telltale game, but still innovates in other ways, I'm cool with that. So, yeah, Deck 9, Telltale, I'm really excited to see what you guys do with the Expanse Telltale series. But enough about that, we're also going to go ahead and read a little bit more about the Expanse Telltale series here in the second blog post that Telltale put out with Deck 9, but also gives us a nice little update on the Wolf Among Us 2, so I'm going to go ahead and read that right now. So in this second article where Telltale talks about developing the Expanse Telltale series and basically just gives a little bit of insight into just how this is going to affect Telltale going forward, they start with this. We've admired the work done by our pals at Deck 9 Games on Life is Strange True Colors, so what better way to collaborate than with The Expanse, Alcon Entertainment's series mired in an interstellar conspiracy as humanity colonizes space. The characters are so complex and a visual scream to be recreated as a new tale within the franchise's canon. It was a game that we were very excited to make with Deck 9 Games. Now you might be asking, how does this impact production of other Telltale games? It doesn't. We built a new Telltale around the principles of a distributed production model. In short, we want to provide the creative empowerment for other voices to craft Telltale stories. Deck 9 Games is one of those right partners. They know the value of a great narrative and how to deliver it. More important, we couldn't be prouder to work side by side with them to bring James S.A. Corey's amazing series to gamers. Now let's talk about the Wolf Among Us 2 for a second. Back in December of 2019, we revealed the Wolf Among Us 2 was going into pre-production. The team is hard at work, but you may have noticed that we did not have anything new to say about it for the VGAs this year. We know that you, our fans, have been incredibly patient and supportive. We also know you've got a bunch of questions about what's happening at Telltale and in Fabletown. We see them every day in social media. The good news is that we'll be able to answer some of your questions soon. That is why we are going to be being in issue 342 of Game Informer coming out in just a few weeks. We're going to be opening up about our games, working in a new engine, and how Telltale is rebuilding the studio. We also promise to have something else you can really sink your teeth into early next year. Here's our continuing promise to you, our fans. We may not be able to share everything just yet, but we will share what we can when we can. Right now, we're focusing on doing this right. So that is a huge relief for, I'm sure, for all you guys who are concerned that just because Telltale announced the Expanse Telltale series here, that the Wolf Among Us 2 is going to be delayed even more or eventually canceled once again. I knew this was going to happen, that people were going to get nervous about this, but honestly, guys, it just means that we just gotta learn to have a little more patience. I mean, take it from me. I'm someone who was super excited for Bayonetta 3 when it was announced 4 years ago at the 2017 VGAs. We got nothing, absolutely nothing on that game for 4 years until this past September when they finally revealed a new trailer and announced that it was coming out next year. If I could wait 4 years for Bayonetta 3, I'm pretty sure we all can wait at least 3 for the Wolf Among Us 2. So, but for anyone who's been impatient and just waiting for more, I'm sure you're happy to hear now that in just a few weeks, we'll be getting an interview with Telltale in the next issue of Game Informer, basically just talking about what they're going to, like, how they've been going about rebuilding Telltale, and basically what it's like to develop both the Wolf Among Us 2 and the Expanse of Telltale series. Not only that, the fact that they said we have promised to have something else you can sink your teeth into early next year, I'm sure they're going to be doing a full reveal on the Wolf Among Us Season 2 sometime within the first 4 months of next year. So anywhere between January and April 2022, we're going to be getting news about the Wolf Among Us 2, like a full breakdown and reveal as to what exactly is going to happen. So because of that, here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking the Wolf Among Us 2 is probably going to be released either anywhere between October to December of next year in 2022, or at the very latest, summer 2023. That's when I'm going to expect the Wolf Among Us 2 will come out. And then as for the Expanse of Telltale series, I'm expecting that to come out probably around the same time, maybe a bit earlier. My guess is the Expanse of Telltale series will probably come out in like fall 2022, maybe spring 2023. But anyway, yeah, I'm really absolutely thrilled for not only the Wolf Among Us Season 2, but the brand new Expanse the Telltale series with Deck 9 co-developing the game with Telltale. So we got Ad Hoc working with Telltale on the Wolf Among Us 2, we got Deck 9 working with Telltale on the Expanse the Telltale series. It's a great time to be a Telltale Games fan, guys. And so that was essentially everything you need to know about the Expanse the Telltale series, the brand new Telltale game coming soon from Telltale Games and Deck 9 Games, which I gotta say, I'm very, very excited to get into a brand new world through Telltale. As someone who got into Game of Thrones and The Walking Dead and even Fables through Telltale, I'm happy to jump into the world of the Expanse through Telltale as well. And it's also gave me a few new ideas for stuff that could be told about other Telltale games in the future that I would love to see. So are you guys excited for the Expanse of Telltale series, as well as the news that we'll be getting more stuff on the Wolf Among Us 2 early next year? If you are and can't wait for the Expanse of Telltale series like I can, be sure to like, comment, and of course subscribe, and I will see you guys later.